so much of our experience in life all comes from how we think.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
So we have to be thinking the right stuff, and when you're first starting off, the best thing to do is just fill yourself with the Word, fill yourself with the testimony of what God's done. If you need breakthrough in an area, go and listen to other people where God's come through and been the breakthrough for them, because it's a testimony. Read about what He's done in the Word, and then if you've had prophetic words in your life, or He's spoken to you in the past, it's about stewarding that and reading it and meditating on it. Just like how when Gabriel came to Mary and was like, "Hey, you're going to have the Christ child." And it says she treasured these things in her heart, right? And she even did that later on when she was following her around in His ministry and stuff. And so that gets back to, the whole biblical meditation and filling ourselves with what God has said and His truth and magnifying Him. And it's Him. We become what we think about, what we worship.
We do.
And if we fill ourselves with Him and His testimony, then we become like Him.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And there's a lot of it is our choice.
I always want to downplay this fact, but I'm not going to do it this time. Is it 90% of communication is nonverbal, correct?
Yeah.
90%.
Something like that.
And that's not in churches, that's not in Bible schools that's taught. That's just common sense, common knowledge. 90% of communication is nonverbal. And so what does that mean? Yeah. We all need to ask ourselves, what does that mean? Oh, that means that I'm hearing from different places constantly all the time. I need to understand what I'm hearing. Who am I hearing? Yep. What in the world is that? Where is it coming?
Who's influencing
How do I
me?
feel about that? What's the big one is, what is the truth on that? And so it's so super important. The more, you can, it's possible that there's not room for a fib. We can fill ourselves with truth and love truth and fall in love with truth, the person.
You can recognize when it's not Him.
Right. And you
just
bump
like
up
He
against
recognized, even when the enemy was tempting Him.
Yeah.
When you start to learn, that doesn't sound like the Lord.
Yeah.
If it doesn't sound like goodness, gentleness, kindness, conviction, all those fruits of the Spirit, then it's probably not God.
Right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But if we don't fill ourselves with the Word, if we don't fill ourselves with the testimony and the stories of how God's interacted with people over the generations, you just won't know. It's just a lot harder.
There's a lot of space in here, and it's going to be filled up with something.
It is. It was meant to be filled up with something, and I propose that it was meant to be filled up with the knowledge of God.
That's helpful and beautiful and true.
Yeah, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes your life way better. At least my life's been way better.
Oh my goodness. And we understate ourselves, don't we?
Totally.